Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be covering the inguinal triangle, but that means we're going to be looking at the pelvis bones of female and male. So I wanted to share with you my notes from the course. So I just made a grid right here, and I have male and female. When it comes to the pelvis, males are going to have more of a heart-shaped looking uh, pelvic inlet. It's going to be more narrow, while females are going to be more oval and wide. While for the subpubic angle, or right below the pubic symphysis, the width and kind of like that shape where the ischium comes up and connects in with the pubis, that's going to be in males less than 70 degrees. It's going to be narrow. Whereas for women, it's going to be greater than 80 degrees. It's going to be very wide. As for the obturator foramen, in males it's going to be more round, while in women it's going to be more oval. And the acetabulum in males, that kind of like the glenoid fossa in the scapula. This is uh, what it's called in the pelvis, the acetabulum, where that head of the femur is connecting into. In males, it's going to be large, where the females will be small. So let's go ahead and look at the picture really quick. So right here, we're looking at the female pelvis. So to cover what I was talking about, you can see this pelvic inlet is round, more oval, whereas in males, we've got more of that heart shape right there. We got that sub pubic angle, females being really wide, whereas in males, very narrow. And then we have the obturator foramen being more round. This one's kind of hard to see. This one's more oval. And the acetabulum, you really can't tell from these pictures, but we're saying in males, they're bigger than the females. So going through the numbers, we have this iliac spine. So going through the numbers right here, we have this iliac crest in green, with one being the ASIS, or anterior superior iliac spine. Then number two, that is going to be that pubic crest, which we talked about sitting down here in the pubis in an earlier video with pubic symphysis right there. Number three, that is going to be your inguinal ligament. So you have a ligament that runs from this ASIS up here down all the way down to that pubic tubercle. Number four is going to be linea semilunaris. So if you remember from an earlier video, it kind of follows the edge of that rectus abdominis and creates that half moon shape coming into the pubic tubercle. And then number five is trying to represent your inferior epigastric artery. And if you remember, you have your external iliac artery and vein sitting right there, and those come off of the external iliac artery and vein. Number six is depicting your inguinal triangle. I'll show you right here. This is a better representation. So here's that inguinal ligament, linea semilunaris, inferior epigastric artery and vein. In there is the number six, depicting that inguinal triangle. Number seven is going to be your superficial inguinal ring. That is going to be sitting right here. I'll show you a picture that will show that a little bit better coming up, whether it's in this video or the next. Eight, your deep inguinal ring is going to come up here. Number nine, again, pubic tubercle, sitting right there. 10, external oblique aponeurosis. We talked about the aponeurosis. It's sitting up here. If you have any questions about it, please go back to the last video where we talked about the abdominal wall and the cross sections of it. 11, we talked about being the pelvic inlet. and 12 that subpubic angle. So there's all the numbers. Um, Again, what we're really trying to figure out on this one is that inguinal triangle, which sits right there. And I have a picture from the textbook right here. So we can see rectus abdominis. We see that linea semilunaris coming down right there. That inguinal ligament sitting right here. Here's that external iliac artery and vein. And coming off of those is your inferior epigastrix. And that is what's creating the inguinal triangle. The reason that we want to bring this up is because when we start talking about a hernia, there's two types. There's a direct and indirect. And one of those is going to involve this inguinal triangle. So that's why it's important to learn where that is. So if you wanted to have the pages for the textbook, this is going to be pages 197 and 199. And if the video helped, please like it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. But we'll see you in the next one.
All right, I just want to give credit where credit is due. These are the books and the resources I used for the videos. So first we have Essentials of Human Anatomy by Dr. Kurt Walker. We then have Essential Clinical Anatomy by Keith L. Moore and M.R. Auger and Arthur F. Daly. I also used Structure and Function of the Human Body by Mark Nilsson and Jamie Garbett. The last book I have is The Concise Book of Trigger Points by Simon Neil Asher. And then I used the app called Complete Anatomy. As you've seen from the videos, it's amazing. If you can afford it, I suggest it. It's such a useful tool when learning this stuff. So that's it. Have a good day.